Hello, hello, hello. Oh, did I fix my camera? I didn't fix my camera. I'll be right back.
Oh, I don't think I fixed mine either.
Hello, hi Mina. We know you're there. I
Hi, Mina.
can't see it now. I'm waiting for my camera to open. It doesn't. Some days it doesn't want to open. I think it's cold. Do you know that it was only 41 degrees here this morning? That is just. It just never happens that it gets that cold. Not till January when we might have a little, dip underneath the freezing thing. So
Yeah. You know what it was here this morning?
probably about 30.
41.
Oh my gosh, really? Huh.
Yeah. High of 70 something today. And we're going to be in the low 70s all week for the highs, but the lows are in the 40s.
We're going to be below 70. Let's
Hi,
see
Karen.
what it is right now. Hi, Karen. Um, it is only 69 right now, and that's our high temperature for today.
Yeah. Well, it's
Uh,
75 right now for us, and we might get up to 80 tomorrow and Thursday, and then back down to low 70s after those days. But
mhm.
this is pretty normal for us for this time of year. So that
Well,
last week was an anomaly. This week is normal.
is normal. We'll see, and this is chilly. It's considerably chilly for us.
Yeah.
Um, Jeff even had to put socks on last night, so you know. I wanted to show you what I found today.
What is that?
It's a piece of junk,
I
but
like
it's a
junk.
really what
I like junk.
I know. Um, and I saved it um, because we were talking about doing some kind of little assemblage thing.
Yeah.
I stepped out of my car. It's a piece of wire. This is copper wire sticking out of there. It's a whatever it was. It's supposed to clip on to something.
Oh,
It's
one of those alligator clip things.
it's not an alligator. It just is a slide on, but it's smashed
Okay.
to
I
be
thought maybe the
unglued.
alligator part was just missing. Hi,
No,
Mindy.
and this is rubber. So whatever it was, I would guess it went through the firewall of the car.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just wire. But it was just too cool not to save it. So I actually have. I also hi Mandy. Um, I have a spring that I found on our trip too, and I don't know where it went to. I think it may be in the bottom of my purse. So I'm going to have to dump my purse out, that kind of thing. But it was a
Yeah.
nice little spring about this big. So I wanted to show everybody and say, okay, guys, start watching for this junk because Lisa had to buy a bottle of rusty junk.
I had to buy some junk. But
Oh,
Lois gave me a tip.
yeah.
She said that she went to her local scrapyard and they let her dig around and fill some buckets. And then she paid like $7 for her buckets, all of her buckets. I don't know how many buckets she had, but that's way
Okay.
better than what I did. But I'm going to try my scrapyard and see if they'll let me do that. I don't know if they will.
Well, they might not let you dig around, but they might say if you will just pick up what's in the parking lot. Give me a second. I was
Yeah.
going to show you what Jeff brought me in. It's over here. I took it with me on my trip. What's really irritating to me is he had a whole coffee can full of stuff that he had left accidentally sit out in the rain, and somehow or
Mina,
another the man
I'm
threw it away.
we haven't decided yet. Probably next year as one of our when
Yeah,
we're using up stuff things, we'll make that
yeah.
part of it.
It's just something to keep in your mind so that you can get a little bin of stuffs.
Hey,
So,
Andrea.
hi Andrea. Um, we are talking about both of us for some reason had on our minds rusty stuffs. So when I was getting ready to go off on my trip, I asked Jeff to. Oh, hang on this. I asked Jeff to give me some rusty stuff, and he had thrown my bottle of rusty or my can of rusty stuff away. But look at these. These are old
Yeah.
square nails. He said I'm not allowed to throw them out. I'm like, well, I didn't intend to throw any of it out.
I'm going to use it.
Yeah. He said, well, what did I want? And I said, rusty stuff. Look at this one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a spiky spike. There's round stuff. There's screws.
I asked Aaron about rusty stuff, and he just looked at me like, you think I would be keeping rusty stuff? Well, so he's not going to be any help, and neither's my mom. I said, Mom, do you think you and Daryl have any, old rusty stuff? And she just looked at me, and I said, or maybe things that would rust that you don't care about?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, everything here rusts really easy.
Yeah,
I mean, if Jeff put screws in a can and didn't, yes, Mindy, we're planning on eco dyeing with this. That's, hello, Anel.
It has been a very long time since you were in the chat.
And
hi,
hello, Mary Kay. And I think we said hello to everybody else. But if not, hello, I'm really glad you're here. Things like this, like screws, if he doesn't cap them and keep, when you, hi, Gabby, hi, Jean. You get vitamins and stuff like that. There's those little packets in them. The little Jeff pops those in his cans of screws because otherwise, without it here, stuff rusts just. I mean, you could just blink and it's rusted. So
we don't have that problem.
Yeah.
At this moment, I wish we did, but not always. Most of the time, it's a good thing to not have that problem. Hello, Joy.
Hi, Joy.
Welcome.
And this is such a cool nut. It's like,
oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah. So he told me he wants the square nails back, but the rest of it I can just do with as I please. I'm like, I don't know if you'll get the square nails back or not, but
I have a little jar of square nails that were out of my granddaddy's garage, and I'm trying to remember what I did with them, and I do not remember what I did with them.
Well, the thing is that if they're not rusted already, you really don't want to rust those.
Well, I just thought, if I took out 2 or 3 that would make a nice deal, then I could use those, and that would be, using some of my granddad's stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Would be cool. Mm-hmm. But
Gabby, we're going to rust dye or eco dye papers and stuff with them. I was going to do it while I was on my trip, and then we had to come back home, so it didn't get done.
We're also planning to do an assemblage type journal cover in the new year sometime. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Vanessa.
So I found this in the parking lot today, and while it's not a rusty bit, it's a good assemblage bit. So,
hi, Nana. Boy, we got so many new people, or at least people who are usually not chatting. We're very glad you're all here.
And Vanessa, hello. I mean, hello, everyone. Anyways, that's my little bag of rusty bits. Like I said, I even got some. I had firewood and a fire pit and the whole 9 yards. I was going to just have me a ball doing rusty papers, and I had my pan and my papers all packed and ready, and
then you had to come home.
I had to come home. Like, okay. My husband got a package. It's sitting on the counter, and he goes, I didn't throw it away. I'm like, he says, you want that, don't you? And I'm like, yes, I want this. So,
but I just took out of the package today.
Yeah.
It's very compactly.
Hello, Arlene. I'm so glad you're here. So, she's only here for a few minutes. Well, we're glad you're here for a few minutes. So, anyways, I needed a piece of this paper, so I was really glad that he told me that he got it. We had a little trouble with our Jeep while we were on our trip, and we think it's maybe the thing that makes it break when.
Hi, Barbara. Hi, Mia.
Crafting on a budget. Hello. I don't know who that is.
Mia is her name.
Mia is her name. Okay. Hi, Mia.
I had it written down as Mabel, but everybody calls her Mia, so I'm changing it.
Okay.
Maya, something like that.
Maya. Okay.
M-A-I.
Okay.
So I'm rewriting it down.
I'll get Jeff to work on my list. M-A-I-A. Is that how you wrote it?
M-A-I.
Oh, Mia. Okay. Actually, my child went to school with a Mia.
She says May, like the month of May.
Oh, no, it's May.
Like the month of May. Month of May, yeah.
Hi,
Nashwa.
Nashwa's here. Thank you. Thank you, May. So I hope we said hello to everybody, but hi. So glad you're here. So how's your pages doing? Did you do anything?
No, I didn't do anything. I just let stuff dry. Okay. This was the page that I did with the gesso and the copper paint. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do something on the back or not. That stiffens it up enough that I think it's will work fine.
Okay.
And I haven't done anything else, but I do have some things I want to do. I've got some of this textured wallpaper.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Hello, Paula. Nice to have you here.
Hi, Paula. We're so glad to see you.
Yep, we are so very glad to see you. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Textured paper.
And it's textured wallpaper. I'm trying to decide, do I want to glue it onto one of my other pages, or do I want to just make a page out of it?
Well, it's sturdy enough for a page.
Yeah, and I thought I could actually just glue this together and then fold it like this and make a page.
Uh-huh.
And then it would have that texture on both sides.
Yeah. Of course, you're adding pages now.
I know, and I don't know that I need to add any pages. But I've also got some of this texture that I thought I could add on to a page.
Oh, that's cool too. Mm-hmm.
I was cutting out some texture wallpaper to send to someone, and this was the parts I had to tear off, and obviously they didn't tear very neatly. So,
well,
so I decided I could use them here somewhere.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't tear very neatly.
Yeah, and then I've got this plaster. I'm going to do some of this on one of the book boards.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is really going to have a lot of texture to it.
Yeah, it is, and that's the point. I mean, that's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And but deciding what I want on which page, that's where I'm almost wishing, well, I might fold it back and put this underneath. That would actually work. I didn't know if it would, but
I about decided that what is that plaster? May, it is, excuse me. It's a plaster stuff. That's like an art plaster, isn't it, Lisa? Like they used to make sculpture?
Yeah, it's either that or it's the stuff they used to make plaster casts with. I got it at the thrift store, so I don't know. It didn't have a label. But you just get it wet, and then it, sticks to itself and hardens up. So it's either for sculpture or it's for plaster casts, but it's the same thing either way.
Right.
Hi, Kathy. But you know, you find weird stuff like this at the thrift store and you buy it and you think, I have no idea what I'm going to do with that. And then a project comes along and you're like, I'm so glad I bought that.
Yep. Hi, Kathy and Barbara. Are you okay? I hope everything is okay. That you're glad we're here, and we're glad we're here. And yes, you're right. They say it's very important to us.
And I think they are right when they say that.
Yep, I do.
Especially right now when we can't socialize in person. Being able to do this is really important.
Important. Well, those two pieces of packing paper are not the same, but they're close enough for my signatures. I decided I'm probably going to need about 3 of everything so that I can have 3 signatures.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm kind of going with what I'm doing here, is trying to get 3 of each thing I decided I'm going to put in here. So,
well, May, I have to tell you that this week I have been more like that. Arlene says we have to watch May because she's going to run out and buy plaster now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
She's easily enabled.
Ah.
And I was easily enabled this week. One of my friends that was the person who's got me started doing mixed media stuff, Heather Crafter, was doing collage with delicate papers onto a stiffer paper and then using these transparent type paints to jelly plate on it with. And I can't remember what she called it, but anyway, I decided, I was watching her do that and I said, oh, I would love to do that, but I had this one, the quinacridone nickel azul gold. That's the only one of these kind of paints I had. And she said, oh, well, right now, and this was Friday, right now, they're buy one, get one 50% off at Michael's. So I had this one. Oh, I should have another one somewhere because I bought 3 and got 3 for half off. That's not good.
No, it's not. If you bought them and now you can't find them.
Oh, here it is. It rolled off, but it didn't hit the floor, and so anyway, so I bought some of these. So I'm going to be yes, it's golden, and I am too cheap to buy golden stuff normally, but I did buy these. And I'm going to be playing with them on my jelly plate and make some on top of some collage papers. So, so that's coming up.
When are you going to do that?
Huh?
When are you going to do that?
Well, I don't know. I was going to say, I guess I might do that Thursday if you're not, if it turns out you can't be here.
Okay.
But,
I might pout, but that's okay.
Well, we can do it another time when you can be here for sure. But that's just something I had sitting right here beside me that that I was enabled to get.
You were enabled. Okay, well, because I have some of those. I don't have a lot, but I have a little tiny set of them because somewhere along the line, I read a big article about them, and I went into Dick Blick and got very specific colors to do something, and then never got it done. You know how that goes.
Okay, so, well then I will wait until we can do it together.
All right. Well, if I can stream Sunday, we could do it Sunday. But if you want to play then, or have you got a plan for Monday night?
I don't have a plan for Monday night. You want to come do it Monday night with me? Can you do that? Or is that a bad time?
I will. It will really depend on how long our company stays. Which, guys, if I have company on Thursday, I'm not going to be able to stream. So that's what she's talking about, is that I maybe can't stream on Thursday. And I won't know for probably until tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night, whether or not I can do it. our friends are at Red Bay, Alabama, getting some work done on their camper. And I think I've told y'all before that when you go in up there, you have to it's first come first serve, and you have to wait till your turn. And so they won't know until maybe this afternoon exactly how much longer it's going to take them. And so, and then I don't know if we don't drive it in one day, but Steve might want to. They drive a bigger rig than us, and they can push a little harder because their rig is a little bigger. But so I don't know if they are going to do that or not.
Hi, Holly.
Vanessa's here. Did I say Vanessa? And hi, Holly. And is Heather's video one that's a video, or did she do it live stream, or?
She did it on Twitch. So if you're, that's where she may be going to put it up on YouTube, but she filmed it on Twitch. And I don't know if she's going to, put it up on YouTube or not. But she's moved over to do most of her live streaming on Twitch.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have. So.
And Barbara, yes, it was the New Year's Eve party. That's where I met you, at that wild New Year's Eve party. That's where the first time I ever saw Heather was at that New Year's Eve party, and I'm kind of surprised I even went back.
Okay. This must have been some party.
They were having a crazy weird time, and but I did go back, and I fell in love with Heather. She's wonderful, and I have enjoyed and been blessed by her stuff ever since.
Well, that's cool. Well, I'm going to just have to wait. I will talk to Jeff, though. I don't believe our friends will stay that long, but I just don't know. So, so Monday would be cool, and he usually doesn't care. He can usually find something to watch that's quiet, that he can watch on his headset kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if not, we can do it another time.
I'll talk to him though, because like I said, and guys, we just Thursday. What?
Andrea says Lisa makes it sound like she met somewhere in an alley behind the bar. No, it was online. It was online, but yeah, there was some drinking going on, and I did not participate in that. Not even with my iced tea. But
oh dear. Oh.
But it was hilarious. It was hilarious with and they had alternate personalities. They were Kiki and somebody else. I can't remember who Cece was.
Oh,
Kiki or something like that. Anyway, it was a hoot, but
okay.
It's probably still up on YouTube if you go back and look. I think it's New Year's Eve 2015, I think.
Okay.
But anyway.
Okay, well, I'll have to take a look for that. So, all right, let's see here. Okay, I remember what I did now. I'm trying to remember what I did. It's like, okay, what did I do? What did I do?
Okay, well,
I got a bunch more papers. Coffee dyed is what I did.
Well, that's good.
So
I did. The only thing I did, and I'll show you real quick, was I found these postcards that I wanted to use, and then I kind of tore or cut out things out of some Christmas cards to use.
Well, and I didn't even get my
and that's
what do you call that done? The pieces that I stamped last time, I haven't even gotten them tore out yet or colored or anything. I just didn't get to it. And my husband must have gotten a lot of groceries because it's taking him more than one trip to get in. Well, we had a big long list. Oh, that's the wrong way. I'm trying to do these so that I have them all sorted out the right way. So.
Yeah, if y'all haven't watched Cece's Creations, you need to do that.
Oh yes. Oh yes. She's fun.
She is extraordinary, as Barbara said. She is extraordinary. And it's not just her work, it's her attitude and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you need something to help you calm down and relax, you need to watch her.
Kathy, Twitch is, it started out sort of as a gamers platform because YouTube and gamers are having a little issue as far as how things run. And it's supposed to be easier to use for that gamers. I know that, and a lot of younger streamers have gone to it. Our friend who does the Comic-Con stuff, and she draws art. She does artwork for graphic novels and covers for comic books and things like that, and her own art as well. She streams on Twitch, so and I don't know why that they find it works better for them. I don't know if you can even save videos from over there. I don't know.
You can, if you save them on your computer, you can save them and then upload them to YouTube, because okay, Heather does that sometimes. But they do go away on Twitch after a while. Your live streams, they go away. Okay. And so if you want to save it, you have to save it on purpose and move it to somewhere else. Okay. Now, I think I'm right about that. I hate to say anything absolutely for positive, because what I know is like a thimbleful, just enough to be dangerous.
That's how I always look at everything I know, is that it's always enough to get myself in trouble. Not enough to really do any good, but to get us in trouble.
Well, I haven't ever tried to stream over there. But one thing I don't like about Twitch is that when I watch Heather's videos later, I can't comment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she never knows I even saw them.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad.
Andrea, the pretty papers, they were in a paper pad from like Michael's, and then some of these papers, like this one, was from the thrift store. But what I did was I coffee dyed a bunch of them because I just sort of felt they were just a little too white for what I wanted for this book. So, because all of their back sides were white. So I coffee dyed them, which it toned down some of the bright colors that are in here, which I really liked. Okay, which way do those go? Those go that way. The
very first Christmas journal I ever made, I coffee dyed the papers that went into the signature, and I really liked that about it. That it was a real tiny little book, and I liked that about it too. But
all right, now then I've got.
But that was the first time I ever did. Well, maybe even the only time I ever did any coffee dyeing on
scrapbook paper.
On scrapbook paper, but I loved the effect.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how it was going to work. So last week, I had only done a few pieces, and I really didn't do a ton because I didn't want a ton of it. I need one more piece. Oh, I like
Hi,
this.
Sherry. Sorry we didn't notice you till just now. Glad you're here.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, Sherry. Um,
I'm going to let this wallpaper dry on here real good before I do anything else to it.
yeah, I would, because otherwise you're going to end up with it peeling up.
Yeah. And I don't want that. I went to a lot of trouble to put it down there.
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, and don't need to do anything to that.
But that's what it was, Andrea. I just took all of my paper. I just pulled out a bunch of papers out of a pad from one of them's from Michael's. I know that, but the other stuff is mostly in a tub that I got at the thrift store back when we were getting to go to the pound sale, and they had stuff and things like that. So I did sew around a couple of things while the other day, um, like my envelopes that I'm going to put into the signature. I sewed around
Oh, yeah.
and I sewed where I'm going to use these, and I put the paper down the middle with glue. I just stitched up the edges of them to make sure they were going to stay. So I did do that much the other day, but that's about it I've gotten done. So, okay, so we got, that's all the same. Now I need lighter weight paper. And some of the scrapbook paper I have is more like cardstock. So it's a mix. I kind of have to go back and forth and pick out, because I wanted lighter weights and heavier weight paper.
I'm interested to see how I'm going to do it too, Andrea.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to sew them together because I gave them all soft spines, but we will see. What I'm trying to decide now is, do I want to just put this stuff right on the front, or do I want to have it overlap around the page?
I don't know, but let me answer Vanessa for a second.
All right.
Vanessa, dear, sewing on paper is not going to hurt your sewing machine. If it can sew on fabric, it can sew on paper. The deal is that paper, most of it has acid in it, and plus it has little tiny pieces of paper that get down in the bobbin case area, the race area of your sewing machine. So if you sew on paper, you need to clean your machine like twice as often as most people clean their machines. But if I sew anything, I clean my machine before I get up. It should also be oiled more often. So, but we used to teach kids how to sew on paper. I mean, we put mazes and all sorts of things on paper, just copy paper to sew. And we did that all the time. I actually have a book that has tracings that you can copy for kids to learn to sew, and because paper is a little easier to sew.
I had a book for Hannah when she was young it was a spiral bound kind of book, and it was cardstock type paper, but you were supposed to just tear those pages out and have them sew right on them.
That's right. And it won't hurt your sewing machine. What hurts your sewing machine is not cleaning it and not oiling it once you've finished with that. Now, when you sew on paper, if you sew with a really tiny stitch, it's liable to cut your paper. So dependent upon what you're doing, I always lengthen my stitch out. Let me see if I can get close enough. Let me try. Because I took the autofocus off. Okay, come on now, focus. There you go. See how long that stitch is? This square right there is almost 1/4 of an inch, and this is a little longer. So probably, I'll measure it. That's what I'll do. I'll measure it. It's longer than 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So that way it doesn't cut your paper. The other thing is, depending upon, don't sew something sticky. So if I'm going to glue paper and then sew it, never use tacky glue. Never. Tacky glue never gets dry, right? So never use tacky glue to sew to glue something you're going to sew on paper. Most of the time, if I'm going to sew it, I usually use a glue stick to glue it because I know it will get dry and it won't be tacky. So, but don't be afraid. It's what I'm trying to say is don't be afraid. Just make sure you clean it and oil it. And I hear people say, oh, I'm going to get a separate sewing machine to sew on paper. And I'm thinking, why? That means, I use my good sewing machine because it's good to use your sewing machines when they don't get used enough. Mine does not get used enough. So that's my soapbox story for today. Okay. What do I want here? Oh, it's open this way. Okay. Yes, Joyce, I have been promising a sewing machine tutorial, which I did put a couple of things up. There's a couple of sewing machine things on my channel already. The biggest problem, Joyce, is that not everybody's sewing machine is the same. They've even changed. The Berninas are different than they used to be. Okay, where's that piece of paper? There it is. Okay, so I got 3s of a bunch of different stuff. Uh-oh, that's a little skinnier, but that's okay. Jeffrey, hon, I left you a note on your computer. Did you crack pecans?
Yeah, crack pecans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't bring them in? Okay. Well, I just didn't want to leave them out there for the squirrels to eat. I'd have to have a conniption.
We don't want you to have a conniption.
Believe me, if the squirrels ate, I like the Brother Sewing Machine. It's user friendly. Yeah, I always tell people when you're getting a sewing machine, if you're going to go get a new one, to buy a dealer, not a sewing machine. Find a dealer you like. She is putting texture, Lisa. And hello, Lisa. She's putting plaster texture on her book boards. Hi, Janet.
Lisa. Hi, Janet. Yeah, I'm putting this plaster wrap stuff on my book board. I've never done this before. I did some on a tag once, but I wrapped it several times and it, stuck to itself really well. And so it did a good job. I don't know how this is going to work.
Okay. Yep. That's what she's using, Sherry, is plaster wrapping. And Vanessa, is there a problem with your sewing machine? Oh, what's wrong with it, dear? Now I know I've had some hard stuff. Where's the card? Okay, so I'm throwing stuff on the floor again. Oh, I have some things. Look what came in the mail. It's a cute little snowman that I thought would
It
be
is cute.
cute in my book. Message there. Tanya, read my message. Well, that they want over 100. Let's see. They're professionally clean because when they clean it, they find little fixes. Tension is not right. I have to take it to the mother-daughter learn twice. They still haven't gotten the tension right yet. Nona, mine, it'll run at least $150 to have mine professionally serviced. And I used to do that every year. I only do it about every 2 or 3 years now. But yeah, I spend that much on it. But then, you know, when you spend as much on one of these as I have. Vanessa, I don't want to try to explain it here, but if you want to message me over on Facebook or email me, there's an email in the description down below, and maybe I can help in some way. I don't know that I can, but I would be glad to try to help you. I managed to help Kathy. I think it was Kathy. No, it was Kendra. It was Kendra. Poor Kendra. She had a real bad problem with something that her husband had brought her home, a machine that it just had an attitude. Okay. Okay. I think we
I'm
may
gonna let
have
that side dry before I do the other side, but this is what it looks like right now.
Uh-huh. That looks gorgeous.
So hang it over my trash can.
I see, Vanessa. Yeah, well, you do know about how quickly I will get things sent back to you, right? I can barely find time to do my own stuff. I don't seem to get much done these days. Oh, okay.
Probably 8 or 10 pounds left.
Oh. I'm going to have a snack.
Oh, yummy.
Mm-hmm.
I say that like I like pecans.
You don't like pecans?
No, not really.
It was Kathy that I helped. Mm-hmm.
They always taste like dirt to me.
Oh, heavens. Mm.
And now if they're roasted and salted or candied or something like that, I can eat them. And I can eat them if they're in a brownie and somebody gave me one and I'm trying to be nice. But I would never choose to eat pecans. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
If I have a choice of eating them or not, I would not choose to eat them.
Okay. And there's something I can eat just like that out of the bowl. They don't. A bunch of them didn't make it to the freezer. But I've already put almost 3 pounds in the freezer.
Darren loves them. Hannah loves them. My mother thinks I'm insane because she loves them too. But I must have got a hold of a bad one when I was young, and my memory is just still there, and they just taste like dirt to me. I'm weird. More for the rest of you. That's right, Andrea.
And Mindy says pecan pie, and see, I don't like pecan pie. It's way too sweet. I have never eaten a pecan pie that I liked. And pecans, almonds, walnuts. Yeah, some walnuts do bitter. I love black walnuts though. I just really. And now that's yes. Peanuts can be really a problem for some people. Janet, they're expensive here, and we do grow them because, but, and the thing is that our friends where we've picked in the past, they lost 3 more trees in Sally. So, I don't know if we're going to be able, they're not going to have any for us this year because they're going to be using them for themselves. So we were up in Wetumpka and Jeff spotted a tree and he said, do I want some? And I said, of course I want some. And he said, well, we have to go pick them up. I said, well, it's not a problem. So we went, I think it was Friday morning and picked pecans, and we went up to another spot that has some other trees, and I think we picked for about 2.5 hours. And the bag, Jeff weighed it when we got home. We had 22 pounds in the shell. Of course, that's not that many out of the shell, but he had 22 pounds in that bag that we picked up in
quite a few pecans.
Yeah, just a couple hours.
You might make it through the next couple of months.
Yeah. Well, so, but I can eat them just like that out of the bowl. Yeah. But we eat walnuts and stuff like that at night too for a snack. Walnuts are good for you if you have, if you're diabetic. Walnuts are good.
Okay, I'm trying to decide what texture I want on this book. Or do I just want to leave the blue and just decorate like in the middle of it?
It's blue?
Yeah, it's blue.
Okay, it's dark blue. Okay. It didn't look so blue before. Hi,
Yeah.
Deborah.
Hi,
Chubby
Deborah.
Squirrel would describe you. Hi, Kathy. Okay. Did I show you this?
Thanks, Kathy.
Mom sent it in my bag. Isn't that timely?
Yes.
I'm not real fond of the color of the bow, but I'll figure out some way to use this. So
yeah, very nice.
It'll go in before I get done.
Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, this is actually, I think this is my last one of these elephant papers. So when it gets messed up, that'll be the end of that. But I had a few. I got 2 or 3 of them at the thrift store, and I've used them off and on. We grow a bunch of pecan trees right up next to our house. The squirrels hide them, so we have to cut them down. You can't let them grow. If we could have let them grow, we would have some big trees by now, or a whole forest. We have to cut them down every year or pull them out. Sometimes you can pull them out, sometimes you can't. Depends on how fast you get to them. Because they put down a very, very long taproot.
I don't think I told you. Jeff moved a tree yesterday because it was too close to the house. Now, it wasn't a pecan tree. It's what he calls a turkey oak. He put it out where we lost our crepe myrtle.
Uh-huh.
So, okay. Let's put these in.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and do something on this page with it like it is and see if I like that. And if not, then I can...
Okay, Kathy. Kathy's going to fold laundry. And what I'm doing right now is just trying to decide if I have enough papers or if I've got to add some papers, fold up more papers. Just,
Actually, she fits very nicely right there, doesn't she?
Oh,
I just need to put something behind her.
Yep, she's beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, her signatures are going to be really pretty, aren't they, Andrea? She was saying
Thank
she was
you.
enjoying your signatures.
Thank you. I wanted to use up some paper pad, some Christmas paper that I had, but I wanted to use coffee paper too. So, okay, come on now, come apart. That page is together so closely. I can't get it out of there. I think this is going to be more than enough all folded up, what I've got folded so far. Because you know how they grow.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here.
Trying to remember what I did with my words. Oh, here they are. I had quotes and stuff.
Quotes and oh dear, quotes and stuff, and they disappeared, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did, but I found them. I was
Okay.
going to coffee dye them and coffee dye some and dye some with the butterfly PT and do some with avocado dye, but I haven't done any of them yet. And I
Okay.
was going to leave some of them white, so I'll do one for her that maybe I can leave white. Trying to see, I've got quotes and then I've got scriptures too.
Okay.
And
May,
those things.
the dogs, we don't have a dog, but around here they chase possums. The next door neighbor's dogs were having a fit one night, just having a fit. Oh, that needs to be turned over. I want it this way. And come to find out, it was they had gotten a possum and it was up on the fence, and poor little thing was scared to death.
Oh,
Hi, Becky.
hi Becky. Good to see you.
Okay, so I have my signatures because I think that is as full as it can be. Yep. By the time let me find my. You need fewer pages than you think, honestly.
Yeah, it's way easier to overdo pages.
I probably have too many already by the time I start putting stuffs in it.
That's probably the biggest mistake that I make with journals.
Yep. Now it will
Yeah,
squeeze
this one
down.
may end up being the same way. I'm not going to add any more pages, but I may have too many already.
Yeah. Popping into live, saying hello, and then just listening. Scott has been in government website. Oh, yes, Becky. Hi, Journey and Cheryl. And if we've missed anybody, hello, hello, hello.
We're glad you're here. Hey, Journey.
Yeah, I'm pleased. I can squish it down like that right now. It's got some room back there.
Yeah.
So I think it's good. Let's see how many pages are actually in each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Envelope is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. That's kind of what I figured. It's about 10. Okay. So I have 10 pages per signature, and I have 3 signatures. And now I'm going to decorate them before I sew them in. Oh.
I've got this different laces and things out.
Lisa was making a black and white journal and ended up having to do 2 journals because she had way too much to fit in one journal. Yep.
One for you and one for a friend.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Cheryl, I know, but you should see all the stuff that's out for Christmas. Hi, Violet. So glad you made it.
Hey, Violet. Good to see you.
And Andrea's right. We all do it. Okay, so I have these pieces. You know, we have pieces. So I'm thinking that I should use them somehow to make some pockets. I have 3 nice cardstocky pieces that would make nice pockets. Somewhere. Oh, I might like that because not going to be able to write on that page very well. So
Violet says, which is easier, adding to the signatures before or after sewing into a journal? Talking about lightly embellished signatures.
Well, Violet, here's the deal. I want to do some stitching on mine. And because I want to stitch on some of the things, like these pockets I'm talking about putting in here, I'm going to glue them in, but then I'm probably going to go back and just run a line of stitching around them like I did this envelope. Because of that, I need to be able to take them out of the signature. And so I don't want to stitch my signature in until I've done at least that much embellishment. I want to put some little edges on some things. I got some cute little pieces of leftovers that I'm going to put on edges. And because of that, and I want to stitch on them. So there again, that's why I'm not going to.
And
signatures.
I think it kind of depends on what kind of stuff you're putting in. Sometimes I like having the book put together because then I can see when I add my stuff in what it really looks like.
Yes, I agree with that.
Because when you're doing it like this, you can't really tell how it's really going to look in the book. And I'm only doing this. I'm going to do mine both ways. I'm going to do some of it, but once I get the texture on the board pieces, I'm going to go ahead and put it together. So I'm going to do some before and some after I put it together. So I think it kind of depends on what it is you're putting in. Some things are easier to put in on a flat page. And when you don't have it in the book, your page is flat.
Right. But then you also have the thing where if it's all stitched together and you're going through and you're doing a little of this and a little of that, you know where it's at, where okay, and like stamping, if you're going to stamp on a book, sometimes it's easier to stamp on it when the page is flat. At the same time, then you're not really sure exactly where you're putting it. So
yeah, there are pros and cons to both ways.
Right. So, but anything I have to stitch, at least, I will probably do first. Now, the stamping part that I have in my head, I may not worry about it because what I'm going to do is stamp I just want to stamp here and there. And so some of it, and I'm going to stamp, I want to stamp with, okay, I'll just do a piece of it. I'll just go ahead and show you what I want to stamp.
That sounds good.
Because that way,
this lace came off of a shirt, and it was a very ugly shirt, but it had this strip of lace down in 3 different places on the shirt, and it had this weird netting stuff on each side. Not something that I really would want to wear. Of course, I would have to wear it over something anyway, because I'm not wearing that. But this will be really cool in collage.
yeah, uh-huh.
So not only am I keeping the lace, I'm keeping this weird netting stuff.
All of the stitches get confusing. Cheryl, are you talking? You're talking about stitches that on your sewing machine, or stitching that I'm doing on this? Because all I did was straight stitch. That's all I did, was just straight stitch around that envelope. And that's I'll either use straight stitch or zigzag most likely. And I have to tell you that I was in the store today, and Tim Holtz has a little tiny itty bitty package of pieces of fabric that have stitching on them that they want $5 for. I thought that was just outrageous.
It is, unless you don't have a sewing machine and you would like to have some of that in your journal, and you got a 40% off coupon.
Well, there you go. And a 40% off coupon might make it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I don't know which ink I'm going to use just yet. So we will try this one. And we're going to just try this on a piece of paper, because if I don't like it, then it's not a big deal. It's a piece of cardstock. If I do like it, then we'll cut this piece up for tags. And because I don't know what color this is going to be, maybe I better try it on. Oh, that's green. That is so not what I want.
Oh, aren't you glad you tried it on something else?
Yeah, it says old paper, and it looks very like old paper. It does not look green. Pamphlet Caustic Slow. Oh, Cheryl, I think it's just, you have to just try one at a time. And when you try one stitch at a time, just try to learn, because pamphlet stitch is really like just making 3 little stitches. It's just where you put your threads to sew in what you call it. All right. Oh, I wonder if any of my new colors would work. No. Way too dark. This is interesting. Oh, there they are. Okay. Well, we'll have to try this corduroy and see if it's going to be all right or not, because I don't want that dark of a green. We'll
hey,
try
Beth.
it.
I'm not sure if we said hi to you or not, but I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, hello. Thank you, sweetie. The tea fairy got me tea.
Yay.
Well, and you know what I do, Andrea? I figure if I get it stitched in and it stays in there, it's good enough. Whether it's right or not, it's stitched in there. But the other thing is you know, I've sewn since I was 4. So, okay, so what I'm going to do, and the whole point of what I was trying to say, is that I'm not going to do this whole stamp on my paper. I'm going to just, yeah, see, and I don't like that at all. That's ugly. So that's not happening.
What is that?
Well, it was corduroy, and it's just a big stamp that says home for the holidays. And
Is it something you want to be just background, or do you want it to be really visible, or what?
that's what I wanted. I just wanted background. So I'll have to think about that. I just wanted a little, little bit of it and on the background. And I may in my other stamp pads have something. If not, I have embossing ink somewhere. I'll have to find it. And it will just leave a clear color.
Oh, bye, Holly.
Bye, Holly.
Yeah, I don't know. She's not feeling good. I'm so sorry, Holly.
Oh,
I hope
bye,
you get
hon.
feeling better quickly.
No, yeah, I've had this stamp a long time, and I just want a little bit of it on, and I just want it to be just sort of background. And if it doesn't come up that way, then fine. But I'll have to hunt up. So I guess, Violet, I'm not going to show you. I was going to show you what I was going to do. I was just going to put like just a little bit of background, but a little more clear than that, not as dark as that. So not a big deal. I will just use that for the tag background. I can decorate over the top of that. But
I have never had problems with anything I printed on my laser printer having the ink come off.
Uh-huh.
But the ink is coming off of it.
Is it coffee dyed paper?
No. It's just regular paper.
Huh. I haven't either. I've never had the ink come up.
I don't know
Okay,
what's going
Violet.
on.
Sounds like a plan. When I actually figure out what I was going to do, I thought that old paper would have been perfect, but it's just way too green. So, and I know that the coffee is way too dark. So, okay, well, that's all right. I'm thinking that I'm going to put, I wasn't going to put those on there, though. I want to put those pockets on I'm thinking on this. That's what I want to do.
I'm beginning to wonder, Joy. It's the same printer I've been using, but it looks fine when it comes out. I mean, it's printed fine. But when I ink it, well, that may not be true. Some of these look better than others. So maybe it is a toner issue. Usually it tells me way before I need to change it that I have a toner issue. And it hasn't said anything, but I'll show it to my husband and ask him what he thinks.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's going on just like this. So
hi, Joy, and hi, Teresa. If we haven't said hello, I'm sorry.
Hi, Teresa.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is
I want to make it look better, so I'm going to put glossy accents on it and see if that makes it look nicer.
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah. I am going to take these pieces that I tore off of my papers, and I am going to make pockets on here. And I'm just going to do that. Okay. We're going to leave it hanging out. Yep, I think we're going to leave it hanging out. So we're going to fold it.
Another one of those things I bought thinking I had to have it because I watched all these people play with it, and then I've been afraid to use it. And so it's just been sitting there.
Oh, no, it's one of those precious things that you haven't been using.
Yeah.
Yep, I have some of it, but I've had it for a long time. Probably have had it, too long.
Well, I'm beginning to wonder about this.
Okay.
It did come out okay, but it's amazing how dimensional it is. It's like wherever I put the thing down, I've got dips.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's normal or not.
I have found that you can sew through this one okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I of course I don't usually hit it too much, but it thins out and you can sew pretty well through it. So let's see here. We want to go up about that tall, and you don't use very much of it, so that's always a good thing.
All right. Well, there's one page, 36 to go, or 35 to go, or whatever.
There you go.
So it can dry.
But one page finish is good. That's a a good sign. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do the plaster on this the other side because I can tell this is gonna stick to itself. It's gonna work out okay. It's pulled up the color from the board, so it's kind of
that's
pink.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to. What is going on? Okay. Huh, that's interesting. Apparently that piece of paper is not folded straight or something. I don't know what it is. Okay, that's fine. We'll fix the bloody thing. It doesn't want to fold in the middle and be nice. So I am going to create 2 pockets instead of one all the way across. And, that's okay with me. Not a problem. It just didn't want to lay right, and I'm not going to fight with it. Don't have that kind of attitude today.
Andrea says Tanya gets all British when she's frustrated.
Oh, I do I? Okay.
You called it bloody.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Right,
Hannah has adopted the word bugger. She's adopted that from the British. She decides that gets across the point without cursing.
Okay. Well, that's what it is. Oh, Miss Allie K is here. Hello, Miss Allie K.
Hi, Miss Allie.
Oh, Barb is here too, and she said it was 16 degrees centigrade. Yeah. Well, when I got up and it was only 41 here, I was a little shocked, but I put my jacket on to go to the doctor. It's like, okay.
There you
go. All right.
I don't know if this is necessary at all or if it helps at all, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and put down a layer of glue
before you put the plaster.
Yeah, I did it on the outside. I didn't do it on the inside because the inside is folded over and then there's another piece of plaster. And it seems like it's working both ways, but since I did it on the other side, it may have something to do with the color going through. So I decided to just do the same thing on this side.
Okay. This sounds like a plan. Oh, heck.
What's wrong?
Well, that thing called ink.
Yeah, you forgot.
I forgot.
I'm sorry.
I forgot. Mhm. And I knew I wanted to do it too. So, um, not a problem. We will fix it.
Just wish you didn't have to, huh?
Yeah, I do. Now, I didn't decide whether or not I wanted red ink or sepia, but probably sepia. So, because boy, is that ink red. Whew, that's red. I didn't realize that was quite such a bright red. I could ink it in red and then in coffee. That would mean everything had to be inked twice, right?
It would be pretty though.
It would be
I
pretty.
think it would be very pretty.
Yes, it would. So I guess
I
that's
think
what
it would be worth it.
That's what's going to happen. I'm going
Kind
to
of
be
like my
inking-
leaf last night. It was a real problem, but it was worth it in the end.
Oh, yes, it was very much worth it in the minute. Oh, Joy's here, and yeah,
Hi, Joy.
Joy's here, and we
Good to
missed her.
see you.
Hello, dear. That word, Joy, Garner, I agree. That's a bad word. Okay, so we're going to need 2. I'm going to put the sepia away before I get confused. We're going to need 2 of these little doodads so that
Oh, well, I didn't know that the bugger was the worst word. Whoops.
no, I
Have
think
to
that's
tell how
not the
she-
worst word. It's the F word.
Oh, I thought she was saying that it was substituted for the other word.
Barb,
Well, I misunderstood.
I'm going to use this red geranium archival ink, and then I'm going to go over that with the coffee on the edge. And what am I hope that's what you're asking me. And I boo-booed, and I did not ink the edge of this pocket, so I'm going to have to go in and try to ink it now that it's already stuck down. But I'm going to do the best I can, and then I'm not going to worry about it. It's the deal. But I might go through and ink all my pages so that I don't forget to ink the pages. Because I think it will be really pretty to ink it all in red and then come back with the brown. We're going to see. We're going to try it out.
Okay, back to the drying.
Oh, what is Lisa putting on her book? She is putting plaster. Barb is asking Lisa about it and about what she was using. And
All right, just a second, and I'll show you.
She's using some plaster cast making stuff.
Yeah, plaster cloth or plaster wrap. I'm not sure what you call it, but it's either for sculpture or it's for making casts. Like, if you broke your arm a long time ago. They sell it now as a crafty thing, but I came from the thrift store, so I don't know what its original purpose was. But I'm not a sculptor, so I'm just going to use it on my books.
Okay.
Okay, so now before I cut and make the next pocket, I am just going to ink the whole edge of this thing so that I don't forget it. But this archival ink does not dry super fast on things that are not just paper. So I'm going to leave it sit aside because that metallic stuff probably will not dry as quickly.
And Teresa, I'm doing different things on the pages. They're not all going to be the same. Let me show you. Like this one, I put some textured wallpaper on. But I didn't do anything in here because I kind of like this. This is this was a Bible handbook, so it's got the maps from the Holy Land. So I think that's fine to leave as my inside, and it'll probably end up being covered up anyway. And then I've got one that's just a piece of quilt that's going to be a page, and some canvas that I gessoed and used copper on one side. The other side's just canvas. And then I've got this piece of fabric that I just doubled up, glued it together so it would be a little sturdier. That's kind of a muslin, a rough muslin. And then this little piece of lacy stuff out of a tablecloth. And a piece of felt. And then that the book that I'm putting the plaster on, and I have this book is my other book board. So I'm going to use basically fabric and book boards for my pages. And I'm trying to decide. I do want texture on all of them, but I also want them to be different.
But now, bye, Anel. We're glad you popped in.
Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. And I'm thinking what I want to do on this one is glue down scraps of like book paper and stuff, and then gesso over it and let that be my background.
Ooh, that might be cool.
If I can find some such thing. But I've also got, let me show you. I don't know if I showed y'all any of this when we were talking about what we were going to use, because I got this out planning to use it for my signatures before I realized I was going to do this, before I had my dream.
Oh, mm-hmm.
So I've got some different pieces of wallpaper scraps. I mean, these are, samples.
Mm-hmm.
There's those that were borders. And then I've got this that looks like wood. I think that'd make a really cool background.
I just put a page that had a little bit of that kind of look in one of my signature. Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Might be the same.
Then,
that was wallpaper, though, you said. So
yeah, this is wallpaper.
Yeah. So
there's another border. So I may have to make another Christmas book out of this stuff, but so I've got this piece that looks like wood that I'm thinking I might want to use as a background. Then I've got these little pine cones, and then I pulled out some that were just these pale greens, kind of, that I thought might be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got this that's really thick, and it's embossed and glittery.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So I thought that would be fun. I'm really tempted to make a page out of this too, but see, I'm here. I am trying to add pages again.
Yeah, yeah. There's a place where you have to go. Nope.
Nope, I can just add some of this onto a page.
That's right.
And then this is the same kind of pattern, but it's not. It's silver on blue, and it's not raised. It's not embossed.
Oh, that's so pretty though.
Which is really pretty too. And then I've got these that are kind of, these are all kind of neutrals, but they're things I think would work with the Christmas cards that I've got. That's why I chose them.
But I think you're going to have to be careful about adding more pages.
Yeah, well, I'm right now I'm thinking about putting wallpaper in here. As my background.
Like your background, yeah.
And maybe even here as background.
Okay. Andrea said something to hi Denise. Said something to you and I missed it. Very nice papers, Lisa. To quote Bernadette Banner, I'm trash for pretty paper. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm glad you like my papers.
Gertie's
hi,
here.
Denise.
Hi, Gertie. Hi, Denise. Yeah, the blue and silver is really pretty. I agree, Teresa. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you put that brown along the edge of the red. I do like it. It first off, it tones the red down a little bit, but it also because see here, okay, this one I haven't done. This one I have done.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know if you can really.
Yeah, you can tell the difference for sure.
Tell the difference. Okay.
Yeah, and I definitely think the double layer is good.
But you guys don't need to have me sit and ink stuff. So I'm going to get the pockets on here. I can ink them later. As long as I remember to ink the edges that I have to do the, you know how that goes. Well, I must not have tore those pages very straight. Look at that's off. Oh, well, not a biggie.
I have to say that a lot.
Oh, well, not a biggie?
Yeah. I wish I didn't have to say it so much.
Okay. Oh, see, but I'm going to need to ink those. That right there. And this right here. Okay.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
I measured from this fabric and it's a little sparser right down here.
Well, that's great, Cheryl. I was going to say, the biggest thing I have is that I have spent my entire life being able to see close, and now I can't see close and I can see far away. So it's kind of an odd thing, but it is not uncomfortable. It's not anything like that. It's just odd. So, but I love not having to have glasses for everything I do. So I think you'll be very happy. Of course, my vision had gotten bad too, so I had to do it. It was not an option. Of course, the red doesn't show up much on this red, but it showed up a little bit. Andrea says, I watched glue dry and it's not even my glue. Yeah. Oh, I see. I said you don't want to watch me what do you call that?
ink all the pages.
ink all the paper. You know what we could do? I could just be totally silent and do that inking for an hour. What is that? ASMR? Is that what it's called? Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. If it makes enough sound.
Yeah. Well, I could turn the volume way up.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got that so crooked.
That's like that piece of paper. I could not put that pocket all the way across. It just would not let me. So it's kind of like, oh well, not a big deal.
Yep.
I'm not gonna fight with it.
Okay.
But that is beautiful, Lisa.
I was going, well, where did my
Oh,
wood go?
okay, and Andrea, I'll see what I can do. The biggest thing is whether or not I can make enough noise with with my thingy. I can control the volume when I edit a video, though, so maybe I could do that.
Okay.
Oh, Cheryl, that is awesome. That is really awesome, Cheryl. That's okay. May's going off to eat.
Have a good lunch.
Is it lunchtime? I thought it would be dinner time.
Yeah, I don't know. Depends on where you are. If you're in California, it's lunchtime.
There you go. Oh, and Vanessa is
Lisa,
back.
it's lunchtime. I ate lunch this late, so I'm not hungry at dinner time.
Oh, aha. Okay.
But today I didn't. Today I ate really early. I don't know what my deal was. I guess it's the daylight saving time thing messed me up.
Well, I've had to get up at like early for 2 days in a row, so I've eaten early. But mom had her appointment yesterday, and she didn't even have to have a shot.
Yay!
So that was a really good thing. And she doesn't have to go back for 3 months. So
That's a good
another
thing too.
real good thing, yeah. And I don't have to go back for a whole year because I was such a good girl.
Proud of you, Tanya. Okay.
May can't remember what she needed from Dollar Tree, but she's going to eat and go to Dollar Tree.
Well, you'll probably find several things you need while you're
I
there.
was gonna say, make sure to look for butterflies. When I went yesterday with Mom,
Yeah.
I found some more blue butterflies. They had restocked.
That is good.
Yes, Cheryl, that's how they usually don't. They usually do one eye and then the other eye. They don't usually do them on the same day. It's not a wise decision. It's too much for your body to handle. Okay, so I like that pocket. That will be fine on there. Okay, so we'll do those. Now we'll do this pocket.
Okay. All right, I like that.
Well, that was Tanya. What are you doing today? Okay. Apparently, I don't have any brain cells.
Okay, I got to decide what to go here. And remember, we've got this kind of burgundy red fabric there.
Fabric.
Mm-hmm.
But so I know I don't want this red one because that would be bad. But I could do the wood. I like this one too.
That one's really pretty.
I've got this inside, so that seems like too much of the same sort of thing. I like this one because it's mostly gold with just a little bit of turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an option. And then I've got some more different kinds of wood. That one and this dark one. And this one that's kind of white and gray. And this one that actually has some color in it a little bit.
It's tough, Lisa. About no.
And I've got this too, which is really interesting.
I kind of like that one.
I do too.
But
It's
how
just
much of it is really going to show? Vanessa, you can order the butterflies from online. That's cool.
not much of it would show. I mean, I'm going to do stuff on top of it. But, and then there's this one with the little stars.
That one's just not enough. That one might be okay, but that's kind of green, isn't it?
No, it's really more gold.
Okay. Well, then it might be fine. No, they didn't give her any lollipops.
And then I've got these two.
Well, you've got so many others that are prettier than that one. I mean, that one is pretty, but.
And these. I kind of like both of these.
Yeah, I like that.
They're both the same kind of burgundy-ishness.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like this. And I also like this.
Well, if I were going to choose, I'd choose the wood, but that's me.
Well, I'm definitely going to use the wood, whether it's on the outside of this or on the inside of another book. For sure.
They come in a case. You had to buy but you got a whole case. Whoa.
How many were in a case?
Yeah, and were they all the same color?
If you could get a case that was mixed colors, that would be worth doing. Then you could send out some in Happy Mail.
Well, but not only that, I've probably bought a case worth.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If it cost all the colors, it'd be worth it.
Yeah.
If I was going to buy a case of them, I would want the blue-green ones, though.
Yeah.
If it was going to be all one color.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sure.
Okay, I think I'm going to say
gold. 18 in a case. All, yeah. 18 in a case in all different colors. But Vanessa, there is only the 3 colors, right? There's 18. That would make it 6 packages per color.
That's a good deal. Maybe we all need to look into that.
Yeah. Not having to go to the store. That would be good. Okay, so I got these 3 pieces of paperweight that I can do something in there, and I think I want.
Okay.
Okay, that would be good. That's the outside though. I don't want to do that on the outside one. We'll do that on the very in. No.
If I do the wood, I'm going to have to leave a little border.
That'll
So I've
probably be okay. Vanessa says yes. There's the 3 colors, so it's 6 of each of the 3 colors. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, because
There's just so many ways to use those.
Yeah.
Oh, she said it comes with 36 in a case.
Oh, my bad. Is 36 in a case. Okay. Well, that's 12 of each color. I haven't bought that many yet, but it's not. It wouldn't be unlike me to, it's not unheard of that I would do that, buy 12 of a color. Okay.
Cheryl says on the right, that's the wood. Okay, we'll save this for another one then. And I'm going to trim it just a little bit more because it's not straight. I don't think it's actually straight on either side. Okay.
Floral garden butterfly die cuts with foil accents. 33 count packs. Minimum you can buy 36. 1 case. That's cool. Okay, Joy, bye. And you too. Stay well.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm deciding whether or not I want to do that as a pocket, or I think maybe not, because it's a little lightweight. So I have some fun strips. Let's see here. I have 1, 2. That's a strip. That's not as much fun. That one and this one. So I have some little strips that I can add to make like little border things on my paper, which I was thinking, yeah, I will add to this right here. No, I'm going to add it to this. Yeah, like that. Or do I want to add it to this? Oh, I'm going to add it to that. That will be cool because I'm going to leave it. I'm going to put it in a little bit like that, and I'm going to leave the top sticking out.
Oh, I like
so
that.
It has a little tabby up there for turning papers. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So I need those out. Where is it? Those need sewed. These are going to need sewed. So we're just going to. Oops. I remembered just in time. Just in time. I remembered.
Oh, goodness, Becky. That has got to be so frustrating.
Oh, honey. Oh. And Kathy says you can never have too many butterflies. And I agree. I agree. I've been meaning to get my die cut thing out and cut some of those big butterflies that I got that big die for.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but I do plan on it.
It's on the books, huh?
Yeah, it's on the books. Okay, so and since the top is going to stick out a little bit, we need to ink the back just at the top.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear, that is not going to be good, is it, Becky? Oh. He should claim stress made him lose all his hair. You know, I might need to put that one like that. Oh, that'd be cute. That's what we're going to do. So I don't need to do the back side. I only need to do the front side. Apparently the dogs next door have found something to bark at.
Yeah, I can hear them.
Uh-huh. Well, the poor little things, they put up this huge blind board fence over there, so they only have, you know, one little area they can see out now. So any noise and stuff that happens,
Yeah,
they can't really see it.
it's a lot harder on them.
I think so. And they're bored, poor little things. They're not little. One of them is a St. Bernard.
Okay. I'm going to like this, I think.
Oh, I like that. Yes, I do. I like that. Kathy, it is called red geranium. Can you read that? It says red geranium, and the cap looks much darker than it is. I thought it was going to be much more burgundy. It is much brighter red than I expected when I started. So,
Bear that in mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I actually stopped on the way home today because I did not get that the pack of ink that Lisa got. One that's kind of got well, it's got a cobalt blue kind of color in it and a red that I thought would be more primary colors, because I was wanting a red, and I stopped and I didn't have it. So I'm glad that they didn't have it, because I don't need it, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
The only thing is the double inking on all of this is going to take a long time. So I will have to do some off,
Okay.
while I watch videos.
So I got to see what else I need the backgrounds for. Oops. I don't need anything for the fabric ones, because I'm just going to use them like they are. Done that one. I'm going to leave this. The one with the plaster junk is still drying.
I'm going to put this coffee ink all along the edge of the red, which came out really pretty on the other piece. It just,
Ooh, that's going to look good.
Yeah, it really changes it when you put the darker. Now, Jamie uses black to do that, and I might use black on a lot of things, but she actually uses black with like the sepia or the coffee, and it's really pretty when she does it. So
yeah,
but I really like it with the red. And
is that coffee or sepia that you're using with it?
I decided to use the coffee because I thought the sepia was a little bit red, and that I already had the red, so I went with the coffee, and I'm real pleased.
That's exactly what I thought you did, and I'm glad you chose that. I think it works well.
Yeah,
for exactly the reasons you're saying.
It's one of the things when you do double ink it like that, you want to get your first color in a little further than I might I push it in. I get a little more on there than I might if I was just inking it with one color.
Right.
And then I try to keep the darker color just on the edge. And she uses her pad. Yeah, I think I like this better.
Kathy says she needs that ink. She likes the brightness of it for Christmas.
Yes, I
agree.
think it's a really pretty color, and I'm sure you could get it in a single pack, but it came, just a minute and I'll look. I can't remember which ones it came with, because the plum came with the sepia and the others, so it must have come, let's see, orange. You've got it, don't you, Lisa?
Which one are you talking about?
The red geranium.
Yeah, I've got red geranium and vermilion.
Okay,
I
think that it came orange blossom, fern green, cornflower blue, and red geranium.
I think you're right.
I think that's how they came. So it came with some really pretty colors. That's
because I think the vermilion and the library green and the cobalt green and the monarch orange all came together.
Yep. And
yeah.
that was the one I was thinking I probably wanted to get, and they didn't have it, so, which was fine, but especially since I used this one and it came out real pretty. So
yeah. Okay, I need to do, this is going to be my sort of my cover, the closest thing to a cover that it's going to have. It's going to be on top.
Oh, you have to read this. You just have to read that.
Somebody needs to come up with something that holds the inky sponge and vibrates up and down. You just run the edges of paper onto it. That would be great.
I think you're right, Kathy. We need that. We really need that. Of course, that'd be another one of those tools that we have to have. It's pretty, Lisa. It's just gorgeous. Now, you're not going to put anything on it, or?
No, I'm going to put something on it. I'm trying to decide if I need to paint over the wallpaper. It's paintable wallpaper.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a real finish on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to find my stuffs and see what I can find that I would want to use as a cover. I mean, as the focal point for it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't want any of these postcards because they're all too big. They just take up the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that one goes that direction, so it won't work. So does this one. So I'm weeding them out pretty quick. Don't care for that one.
Yes, and the green that came with this one is called fern green, and it's a really pretty green. Just a minute, and I'll show you what it looks like.
Oh, it's too big.
It's not really olivey. It's kind of like an olive. Wouldn't you say, Lisa? Kind of like a green olive, but not quite.
Yeah, I think fern green is a really good description of it.
Yeah, it's very fern-like. Mm-hmm.
It's dark, but it's not bright.
Yeah, but yet it's not a dull, boring color either.
No, that's true. It's very nice. You will like it.
Mm-hmm. Kathy says, can you get Scott onto making that, Becky? Uh-huh.
There you go. Okay.
I just got these, Sherry. I'm really liking the fact that the inks are permanent. That is my big thing. I had a lot of the little distress pads because they were clearancing them. So I have them, but I really like these so much better. And, you know, Lisa and Barbara enabled me, so I get to blame that one on them. Yep. I get to blame that one on them. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to put one like that.
I think I'm going to use this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's from an old, very old Christmas card. And I think it just fits on there well since it's a sleigh with the kind of snowy background.
Yeah.
Now I've got to decide what color to paint this. This is a little bit creamy, about like the fabric. See, it matches the fabric really well. But I'm wondering if I want it to be darker or if I want it to be lighter because it really shows up on it like it is.
Could you just use your ink pad or your ink? Yeah, your ink pad and just go over the bumps. What would happen?
With what color?
Well, isn't that kind of a maroony color in the flowers, in the center of the flowers?
Well, no, it's very, well, no.
No.
It may be. It's very, very dark. I think it's darker than the plum, but the plum might look good with it.
Well, put the plum on something else. You might need to go over it once it dried with, you know, your sepia or your coffee. Yes, Kathy, that's what happened to me. The distress colors were clearanced, and so I ended up getting several sets of those. And I do like the little pads, but the fact that that I end up with what do you call that? Can't think.
The reactivating of them, or
yes, the react. Yeah, they bleed all over everywhere. That's what I really don't like. So, and the stays-on pads, and I have a few colors of stays-on pads. The problem with the stays-on pads is they just eat these little sponges alive. They just, I don't know, they just seem to eat them completely up. So these are little pieces that I'm using are where I tore off stuff from the pages to make my actual pages for my signatures. So that's where they came from, just so you know. Yes, Kathy, that's it. I need something that stays put. That's right. Barbara, they're more expensive than that unless you have a coupon. At Hobby Lobby, they are now about $13 a set. At Joann's, they're about $11 a set. But if you have a coupon, like when I got these that I've got, I had 40 or 50% off coupons both times. So
Yeah. My first one I paid $10.99 for, and then the next one was $11.99, and the third one was $12.99. But I used a 40% off coupon. It's like they realized everybody likes them, so they upped the price.
Well, I think they're upping a lot of prices is what's happening.
Okay, I like the plum on this.
Okay.
And I think I want to do this outside here with the plum. But I'm thinking I want to rub some gold lightly over this because there's some gold in here.
That will be really pretty. I agree, Barbara. That's the. I don't very often, if it's not on sale or on a coupon, I don't very often get it. That's just how it goes.
Me either.
These are these are my little like, I don't know, tabby thingies, just decorations on the page, and I'm going to stitch on them. I'll probably stitch up and down them a couple of times. So we got a couple of those, and now I've got to clean up my fingers because I've got ink everywhere. Okay.
Now I got to find something gold that'll be easy for me to put on there. Okay, this says it's brass, but it looks like the same kind of gold that's in this.
It's in that. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use it.
And I have, Barbara, I have apps on my phone for Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby. So if I don't have a coupon in my email, then I can bring up their app and get their coupon.
Yeah, I do too. In fact, I use that for Hobby Lobby all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only coupon they have. They always have the same one.
Yeah, they don't. Hobby Lobby doesn't send you emails. Joann's and Michael's send me emails.
Yeah. Well, I get emails from Hobby Lobby, but it's still just the 40% off coupon.
Oh, really? You do? I don't get emails from Hobby Lobby. That's kind of odd. Okay,
I get emails from everybody.
Email from everybody, huh? Okay. And I have that. What can we do with that?
Okay.
If I put it into 3 pieces, I can make a little sideways tab with that. So that's what we're going to do with this. We're going to cut it into 3 pieces after we ink it good. I agree, Barbara. Luckily, I learned my lesson early enough that I didn't go through and get all the oxides because I really like the look of the oxides. But then when I realized that they weren't permanent, it was like, nah, I think not.
I bought the oxides when they were 75% off.
Uh-huh.
So I bought a whole bunch of them at the same time because I didn't know.
Yep.
And I'm like you, I love the colors, but they're not only reactivatable, they don't ever dry.
Yes, the oxides
you can come back a week later and still rub it off with your finger.
Uh-huh. So
and I don't like that.
I was real glad I didn't get involved with those. So I don't know if I still here. Oh, that you wish what? You wish you hadn't done
I said,
it?
am I going to wish I hadn't done that? I don't know.
Oh, I think it's pretty.
I think I'm going to go ahead and do the back the same way. I don't know if I'm going to put anything back there or not, but
Also, the distress colors, putting colors on tags and such, is easy to make them fixed by rolling matte medium out on her gel plate. Bye, Barb. Yeah, the distress inks are different than the distress oxides, Barbara. They have a different formula. They look a little different on the paper. You can do some fun things with them, but they just
I
did
still
not.
have
Yeah, we're not gonna do it. Just
probably should get rid of them. I need to get rid of a lot of things, make some more space, but okay. Oh, that got on my cord. That's not good. Well, I don't guess it really matters.
okay. What I was gonna say to Violet, if she's still here, and I don't know, is that even these, I'm gonna put these on right now. These are gonna just be little tabs that go out to the side, and I'm gonna put these on, and one of the reasons that I'm not doing the book just yet is because I want to sew on these. I'm gonna glue them on, but then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna sew on them just to have the sewing stitches. So, but I might go back and put a little, I don't know, a little decoration of some sort on there, like a little snowflake or something like that. So that I'll probably do after I put the book together.
So they're about the same price on Amazon as they are at Hobby Lobby if you don't have a coupon at Hobby Lobby. So
right, yeah.
Well, that's good to know. So if you don't have a Hobby Lobby available, then you know you're not necessarily overpaying on Amazon like sometimes you are.
Well, and you could probably get them at Joann's and have them shipped, but Joann's does charge shipping. I know that I got a coupon thing today for $1.99 for shipping. Okay, so
Okay.
I need each of these.
I think that's going to look good. And the gold does match really well, even though they say it's bronze.
Yeah. It's antique gold is what it is. There you go.
Yeah.
What's going on, Becky? Scott is on person number 9. Oh, honey. Okay, there's that. I'm just picking up the little scraps that I made making the pages and putting, you know.
You're making tabs with them? Is that?
Yeah, that I just made a tab. It was just one of those little long scrap that I had. So I just made a tab. So now it's got a tab on it. Now I have these long pieces that I have to do something with. Those 3 are paper. So whatever I do with them, they have to have, they have to be, you know, similar weight or something. Maybe I'll make a tab. I was thinking pockets, but I'm thinking about a tall pocket. Like that. But the edge of that needs to be supported.
Oh, shoot.
Are you all right? Uh-oh, what's going on?
I just dumped all my postcards and stuff. Oh,
Not good.
no. But thankfully, only 2 of them actually went all the way
In the
down behind
garbage
all the
can?
junk to the floor. No, they're
Violet
like
was there? Okay. Well, that's
way
what
back behind.
so
We'll just
I'll
do
probably
without those
sew
2.
that. And then I'll probably come back later and put some kind of little, I don't know, decoration on it. Maybe one of my little things like, um, maybe one of these I'll put on there after I color them. You
That'd
know,
be cute.
But I'll probably do that after I sew it together.
Okay, now that gold is very sticky. I hope it dries not sticky.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Wasn't thinking it's distress paint, so it may be a problem. I may have to spray it with something. I'll let it sit and we'll see.
Okay.
Okay. And this one, the whatever you call it, the glossy accents, it kind of bubbled a little bit, but it's okay. It just makes it look kind of old.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna I don't think I'm gonna cover this. I'll just make collage on top of it because I kind of like the
Yeah, I
stuff
like
that's
those.
already there.
Yeah.
Book will probably have one little pocket in it.
That's all right. One little pocket is cool.
And then here's this one. So I've got those 2, 3. Where's the fourth? Oh, the fourth one's got the plaster all over it. I was going, where's my 4th book? Let's see what it looks like right now. It's very much pinked up. I don't know if you can tell that in the camera, but
It sucked the dye out of the
board.
book board.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this looks really bad. That's going to have to be covered up with something.
You're gonna go watch. Cheryl's gonna go watch the news, which is so exciting. Not. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead. You can watch for all of us because I'm not in the mood to watch the news.
No, agreed. Okay, so the deal is that make a pocket up and down like this. This edge is this paper's too lightweight. So I need to do something for the edge. The paper's okay, but the very edge of it is not. So I'm thinking about folding back the edge.
Bye-bye, Cheryl.
And putting this washi tape on it. Where's the end of it? Come on. Which will then get a stitch down it. Oh, I think I like that.
Yes.
And that will stiffen up the edge. So, all right. So we don't need it. Uh-oh. We only need it 9 inches long. So.
Okay.
I should have tore that first, but that's okay. Okay.
I guess I might as well play on one of these.
Okay. Okay. So once I stitch it, that will make a cute pocket. Just like that. Yep, yep. Not sure. Maybe I'll put it on this one though.
I put my fabric choices in something way too small.
Oh. Uh-oh. No, I think I'll put it on this one. Okay. All right. So we need 2 more 9-inch pieces. We need to fold the edges back. We need to ink all of those.
I really like this. I really like this.
Kathy. Yep. Bye, Cheryl, dear. That is so pretty, Lisa.
I think this is the real right side, but I like this side.
You know what? It's whatever side you like. That's what the right side is.
Yeah,
It's what
I actually like them both, but for Christmas, I think this looks more Christmassy.
Okay. Oh. I can't believe this has got just the right greens and the maroon in this piece of washi tape.
That's wonderful. Doesn't always work out like that.
No.
Okay,
That's one of those new Tim Holtz ones that I found at Joann's.
Oh yeah.
That were on clearance. I don't know that this one is in the package I sent to you. I'm not sure that's the same package that I got. It was just pretty.
It is pretty. I love the one you sent to me. I like how they all coordinate.
Yes. Well, I don't think they're going to have them like that anymore. Tim Holtz washi tapes are now in 2-packs.
Oh, really?
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we need to ink the edge of that all the way around. Kathy's got to go to Hubby Got Home with groceries. Yay! I was gonna say, Kathy, mine got groceries today too. He had to go to the pharmacy, so he got groceries, which I thought was sweet of him. Yep.
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 I decided I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to put this over one side of the felt.
How is that cheating?
Well, because I'm adding more fabric, but it's becoming the same page.
There you. Well, it's not cheating then. It's just becoming the background on that page.
Okay, there you go. I'm not cheating. Yay!
No, you're not cheating. Not in my book. Okay.
This glue stick is probably not the best choice for this.
Oh, probably not. Oh, yeah, that looks good. It will look even better in a minute. we need a little more ink.
I will combine it with art glitter glue and it will be fine.
Okay. Ooh, that one is nice and red right there. That was a juicy spot. The other thing is you cannot ink things like washi tape very well with the distress inks. It just doesn't ever dry on there. Where this archival ink, it might take a few minutes, but it does dry. So
Yeah, and I've learned that if you use your heat gun on glossy stuff, that ink will dry much, much faster.
okay. I don't know what would happen if I heat gunned that washi tape though.
Yeah, I don't know. But I heat gunned like acetate and didn't have any problem with it.
I didn't have any problems with it. Well, that's cool.
Of course, I didn't just, burn it. I just,
Yeah, you just gently heated it up.
yeah.
Guys, before too many of you go off, I just want you to know that Thursday, I may not be able to stream. We are supposed to have some company. We don't know exactly when they're coming, how long they're staying, and I want them to stay as long as they would like because we haven't seen them in a year. But I'm guessing they'll be here Thursday, and so but it all depends because they're having work done to their camper, so they are in the same boat we are when we go up there. You don't know when you're going to get done because you don't know exactly when they're going to get to everything. So they may be here tomorrow, they may be here Thursday, and I don't know if I'm going to get to stream. So you'll have to kind of watch. Lisa, do you think you'll stream if I don't?
Yeah, I'll probably, if we're not on Tanya's channel streaming together, I'll be on my channel streaming.
Okay, that's the plan then. So,
and if not, I'll post it in the group.
Okay,
if something comes up, but I don't know what it would be at this point.
Yeah. So, just so y'all are aware, and
hi, Suzanne.
Bye, Suzanne.
No, hi.
Oh, hi. She just got here. I was going to say bye.
Sorry, I did not enunciate well.
Well, and my ear is getting tired. I need to switch ears again. So that would probably be wise to do.
Okay, now that's got to dry. Oh, nope.
Yep. I am just loving this 2-color ink thing. Yep. It just seems to make the red stand out even more. Yep. That might be true, Barbara. No news is good news. That's what my mom always says when we're traveling, and we'll call you if there's anything wrong.
Okay, I'm going to add this off of the edge of a sheet.
Ooh, dirty.
Behind this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
It is almost 4:30 already.
Time flies.
When you're having fun, it sure does.
Yeah.
And Lisa, I will let you know just as soon as I know when they're getting here, just so you know.
That's fine.
So
And then we can, when you know, then we'll go ahead and post in both of our groups that
yeah,
what
that sounds like a
whether
plan.
it'll be us or whether it'll be me on my channel. So
Right. And as far as doing the if you don't mind waiting to play with that go
no, I don't mind at all. Not at all.
then I'll talk to Jeff about Monday night, depending upon, I don't think they'll be here. I doubt they'll stay that long. I don't know if they will or not. I would love it if they did, because we had a really good time with them last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are going to be pockets, probably right on each signature. But I don't want to glue them down until I've stitched that. So that's that.
So are you going to be stitching in between?
Yeah,
like
I'm
for
gonna,
homework or
yeah, I'll stitch homework because while the machine it's over there, there's no picking it up and bringing it over here. That puppy weighs 40 pounds.
yeah.
Now I could get my little sewing machine out and put it on the table, but that is just it's just hard to do, so probably won't do that.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see what I can think of that I want to do next. I put in, okay, each signature has one of these envelopes like that, but
I love that. And I
I
love the
wa-
stitching around it.
I'd like to put like an envelope on a page or something like that, and I may do that with book paper. So let's see about folding some book papers into envelopes. And we have lots of book paper. This is the book I what do you call that? I chewed up. I took the cover off.
Oh,
This is what this is the one this is the book I'm using its cover. So
right.
the problem is these pages do not come out of here at all. They're very ornery. I just tore that other one. They are really in there good. They had no intention of this book falling apart. Okay. So let's see here. And I really don't like it when they turn upside down like that.
I think I'm going to add these on each side, and they're different, but the pages are going to be separated by other things. So
Oh yeah.
this one is brown and kind of a grayish blue or bluish gray, I guess. And then this one is a kind of a burgundy and gold or copper.
Well, and like you said, they're going to be the pages, other than the very center page, they're never right together anyways.
Yeah. Oops. Oops. Okay. All right. I'm going to put a little glue on here. I have fray check somewhere, and that's what I should use, but this will dry clear, so I'm not going to fret over it.
There you go. That's the way you got to look at it. That'll dry clear, and don't need to fret over it.
Are y'all still here? Chat hasn't moved in quite a while. Just checking. Y'all were chatting pretty good there for a while. I don't know. Did everybody get tired?
I don't know. I seem to have covered myself with ink today. Yeah, we may have lost them all. No, it says we have 29 people here.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Candy. I don't think we've Violet's there. She's just quiet. And Mindy's watching, and I don't know that we said hello to Candy. So, hi, Candy. Okay.
We're glad you're here. If we didn't say hi to you before.
If you guys haven't figured this out, I'm having trouble making this silly envelope because I want the papers to be right side up. And I know that's kind of silly, but
Candy's cleaning her room and trying to organize. I should be doing that instead of streaming and making a Christmas book, but I'm not.
Yeah. Yep.
Hannah pulled all the stuff out of her craft closet, and she pulled out quite a few things, and she says, well, if you do any more de-stash boxes or bags, you can put these things in them.
Wow.
So I was like, all right. She goes, I'm not going to use them. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm deciding to choose what I'm going to be working on and not think I need everything. I was like, oh, I'm really proud of you, but I'm not there yet. More mature than your mom. That's
Yeah, well, I have a few things like that.
Oh, I thought, well, if I go with that, I know what happens because I've done that before.
Yeah, and then you're like,
I don't really want that.
Yep.
Like all my scrapbooking stuff, I had a ton. And if I had known I was going to do this stuff, and, I would have kept it. But I didn't know that. I wasn't going to scrapbook. I knew that much. And so I got rid of it all.
See? Okay. Yep, that's, believe it or not, this is a very complicated envelope pocket thing. Very complicated.
Very complicated. Well, Candy, I could find stuff if I could walk to where they're at. I got my floor all cleaned off, and then I pulled stuff out to use in projects. Now it's all cluttered up again.
Okay.
But what's good is having it if you can't pull it out and use it. So
that's true. I'm going to cut off maybe 3/8 of an inch on each side of this. Yeah, I think that's gonna work.
Teresa thought it was a book page diaper.
A book page diaper. Okay. Yep. This is what happens when the writing needs to be right side up. That, that's really kind of silly, but that's just the way I
know the
felt about it
struggle,
today.
because that's the way I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
It just needed to be right side up. So. And once I figure it out, I'll explain what I'm doing. But first I have to figure it out.
Well, it's going to work out great. It's kind of like my weaving last night.
Uh-huh.
For about
your weaving
20
was
minutes, I
beautiful
thought,
last night.
this is just going to be a completely embarrassing episode because this is not going to work out. And then it did, and it turned out
I
pretty.
wanted to tell you something about last night. Sometimes we do things and we make it look easy. And then people get unhappy because it's not easy.
Well, I didn't make that look easy.
We just have practiced. So it kind of looks easy. It's not easy. It just kind of looks easy. And that's only because we practiced. So, that the fact that it didn't look easy meant it was a good thing. I thought it was a very good thing.
Well, I'm glad.
Okay. See, here's the deal. I wanted the words right side up. So, and the book paper was a little thin. So by putting it like this and using 2 book papers, I can fold this in here. This piece of the envelope can tuck into there. Actually, I might put a little,
Hello, Barber.
Is that my Barber? I have to, I can't see that picture. Patty, is that you? I think that's Patty. And if it
Hi,
is
Patty. If it's
Patty,
you, if you're not Patty, tell us who you are.
if that's Patty, that is my enabler. She enabled me just to have so much fun while we were in Wetumpka. And if that is you, when did you get your power back? Teresa said it looks good on a 50-inch TV. There you go.
Barbara Clark says, I'm making a page in my journal using the new Inktense travel kit #2 that Janice sent her. Yay! You'll have to do a video and show us.
Yes. It is. It's her. Patty took me to 2 thrift stores and an antique mall while I was in Alabama. And she gets me. She does. You know what, Patty? You guys had it way worse than we did. We didn't lose power. We hardly had any rain. We had almost no wind. Now, other people had some cells come over them. I was at the doctor's office this morning, and my PA said that they lost a lot of limbs and stuff, and that their whatever you want to call it, their trees came down and that kind of thing. So they had some rough weather there. So power back on only one day. Karen was without power for 34 hours, she said. So that's a day and a half. But their neighborhood lost a lot of trees. Okay. So One of the things I have to do is this thing is open, so I'm going to have to put something on it. I'm going to use this tape because I thought it would be cute. Hi, Joan. Yes,
Hi, Joan.
your eyes will be tired after that, Joan. Mine were. It took a. They weren't sore or anything. They just were tired. I'm glad it went well. Okay, so
I'm thinking about using this little mouse.
okay. Janice is here too. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Janice.
I don't think she'd been here earlier.
Thank you for sending Barbara some ink tints to play with. We're all going to get the benefit of seeing what she does.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so this is going to go like that. That's going to go like that. And this is going to tuck in there to close. But I'm going to go see if this bag of stuff I've got over here has any cute little lace in it that I can use. Oh, I could use Rick Rack out of it. That might work too. I'm stiff from sitting there too long. Both kits on your envelope. Cool.
Oh,
Probably on the envelope she sent the ink tints to Barbara in.
yeah.
Okay. That ought to work real well. That would be really cute. And I got this stuff when Patty took me out. So there it is in my gonna go in my journal. There ended up being this little spot right here. No, I don't like that in there. Well, no, I don't think I like it. Nope. That may not be. That envelope may be one of those things that I'm not going to like. I don't know.
I did something wrong.
Uh-oh, what did you do? Let me see.
Well, I had this where I thought it showed more.
Uh-huh.
And then I cut it and it's not showing over. I thought it showed all the way from here to here, but now it's not. But I thought since he's got a little quilt, it would be cute on the quilt page.
Yeah. Can you make it hang out the page more, or have you already glued it down?
No, I haven't glued anything down. I think I need to try again. This one's got pink all over it.
Stuffs on it. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so that was the best corner. And
We did say hi to Janice, didn't we? I hope so.
yes, we did.
Okay.
I could make it more like a little tag. And make this come down like this. And this
Okay. I'm just gonna, that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna
like that.
try inking it. Maybe I'll put some kind of image or something on it instead. Let's ink it and see what happens. I did. Okay, I thought so, but you know, I don't always remember stuff. All right.
Okay, can't decide about that.
Oh, Janice has been lurking and watching, so. Okay, that's going to go down behind, but we've got to ink the inside.
No.
Okay.
No.
No, no, no. Uh-oh.
No, 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 no. Nothing is making me happy.
Okay, so that's the top part of the envelope. I may have to re-ink that coffee one. I have used the heck out of it. Okay. All right.
That wasn't very good thinking.
What?
I thought, oh, well, with these purples in here, I'll use the plum, but I wasn't thinking about the fact I've got red writing on here.
Oh. So really, does it show that much?
Well, it's pretty obvious, but I don't know if it's terrible or not.
I don't think it's terrible. Okay. I think that's going to work.
I'm trying to decide if I want to put anything behind it. That's
Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, we just need to trim that just a little bit. And then we'll have to re-ink it, of course. Okay.
What do you think, Joan? Did that work?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to decide is if it needs something behind it, or if I just need to let the quilt be the, what's behind it, because it looks really pretty just like that.
Yeah. And the other piece behind it might just be distraction.
Yeah. You were too slow. Well, sometimes, there's like a 30-second delay, Joan. And so when you're thinking something and by the time you type it, maybe I think of it too. But you like it. Okay, good. I think I do too.
I like it with just the
just like this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, it needs to go over here. Okay.
All right, now I'm liking this. Okay, it'll be all right now.
Oh, good.
Okay.
I didn't want to leave till you were happy with it.
Well, not only that, I really ought to show everybody how to do it because it came out really cute.
Yeah, it looks adorable.
Yeah.
Make yourself big so we can all see you do it.
Oh, that's right. I'm the one that's got to make me
You're in control.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Let me get another. I got to get another page out though. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Joan. Let's see here. Make myself big. I bet I can even bring myself in a little bit. Okay. Now if I can just stay in frame. Okay. So the first thing I did was I folded. I like this one because I like that song of myself showing up at the top. I folded this page in half. Okay, first you got to put your glasses on so you can fold it in half. There we go. Okay, so then I've got this folded in half, and I folded this one up here about an inch or so. I just folded it up so that I tried to fold it straight, but apparently I didn't. All right, so then because this piece is cut right here, and we want it to be solid, I put the washi tape on it. Well, that was dumb, Tanya. Okay. Open up. Shouldn't have glued that spot. I shouldn't have glued that spot because I want to sew across that washi tape is the deal. But I'll show you. I'm going to put the washi tape on it. And I folded it over. So that I now have a nice solid edge to tuck in later. Okay. Then I folded this one in half. This way. You got to fold them so that they're right side up. See, the writing is correct and the writing is correct. And then I just folded this in. Oh, I don't know. I just made a corner, leaving about, an inch and a half or so. I just made sure to fold them down the same, and I just used a line of the type to get them the same. But then I opened this up and I pushed them to the inside. I know this sounds really complicated, but it's really not. It just... So see, I folded them to the inside. Come on, fold back out. let's do this again. Folded them down. If you fold them back the other way too, they might fold easier. This is what I'm thinking for you
I
guys.
think you're right. I think that's a good plan.
Okay, then when you open it up, then you can probably push them in better.
You know, it would be working perfectly if you weren't showing us.
Yes, and I tell you what, I promise that I'll show you another one next week, or next time we get on. I'll make it easier. Okay, so see, they're tucked, and then I'm going to fold this down, giving myself, half an inch or so. Because then I'm going to just put this back here where this will tuck into there to stay in. And I'm just going to glue right there and right there.
Violet says it's minimal Tanyagami.
Yes, it's minimal. There we go. See, now it tucks right into there, and then you would ink it all, and I'm going to sew around it. So the problem is that it's a little too wide. So the last one, I kind of cut it off. And apparently I didn't glue very well. I just glued that. How come it didn't stick? Did I not glue it? I thought I glued it. All right. We're going to glue it again. Maybe I cut the glue off.
That's what I would have done.
That's what happened, I think. Yeah. I folded this one kind of fast, so it's not folded exactly right. There we go. So now I'll just ink all the edges up. I shouldn't have glued this piece up. I'm going to sew across here, so then I can glue that or just stitch it. And I'm going to stitch all the way around it. I didn't stitch across there either, but that's okay. I'll do another one next time. That way you'll see it better. It's just that I really wanted the words to all be the right way up. And by not only that, by using a folded in half piece of book paper, maybe it would be easier if we just didn't do that. Maybe if I just cut it.
Well, folding it in half, though, makes it stronger, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was the whole thing, is folding it in half made it considerably stronger.
I mean, if you were going to just cut it, you could use maybe thicker book paper.
Yeah. I'll think about it, and I'll give you a better tutorial next time. How's that plan? Lisa, if I make you big, can you show? I mean, all I really did, guys, today was I just put these pockets on. Oops, let me make myself smaller again. I put these pockets on. I put these little decoration strips on. I cut some pages. I put these little tabs on. I've got these pockets ready to stitch, and then I'm going to put them like this so that They go in like that. And that's all I've gotten done today. So I really didn't get very much done because I was messing with this thing. So, but I'm going to make you big, Lisa, so you can show what you did. And then we need to get going because it's almost 5 o'clock.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Vanessa. I'm glad it gives you some ideas. This envelope is just funky. It's going to work. It just needs to be thought about a little bit.
Okay, this is going to be the outside piece. And because there was some blue in these packages, I went ahead and put this blue lace on here.
That's
and
gorgeous.
It's going to be like this and be wrapped around everything. But everything else is going to stick out from around it. So it's not, it's purposefully smaller than the others.
Right.
This is still really sticky. So if it doesn't dry not sticky tomorrow, I'm just going to coat it with a something.
Okay.
And this one, I added the white back here so that lace would stick out. And then I added some trim, kind of a blue-brown or gray-brown trim here and a maroon here and my little mouse. So there's that page. And on this one, I put the angel in and lace, and then I put the glossy accents over the scripture. And I'm not going to do anything inside it. And then I glued this fabric onto the outside of my felt piece. So I may sew around it before next time, if I can unearth my sewing machine.
Or just put a running stitch around it by hand.
Yeah, I may do that if I don't get the other done. But anyway, I think it needs to be stitched. And then I put this wallpaper inside and out of this book. And I didn't do anything to these pages. And then I put my plaster on.
Texture on that one.
Yeah, my plaster texture on this book board. And so it'll be dry next time I'll paint it. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and put it together before I finish working in it. So I'll probably put it together next time.
Okay. And you're just going to sort of sew it together, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to sew it together. Just a 3 or 5 hole pamphlet stitch. Nothing special.
Yeah. Barbara says she loves the blue wallpaper. I do too. So, okay, guys. Well, like I said, I will figure this out and make it so that it makes sense next time. I know that it's not as difficult as I made it look. It's just.
I like the way you did the folding though of the flap, so that the edges are really nice.
Yeah, it's got a nice solid edge, and if I stitch that, I mean, I could glue that together, but I'm gonna stitch around it. So, but the other thing is I probably shouldn't have glued the 2 pieces together right now because I want to stitch right there.
Ah.
So, I may just, kind of put this one aside and figure it out again. So anyways, I'll figure it out and then we'll go from there. But like we said, Thursday may be an iffy thing. So, but as soon as I know, I will let you all know. Okay. And I'm going to end the broadcast and say bye and love you all. And I'll talk to you all soon. Okay. Bye-bye.